Hey guys, it's Britt. I'm here with my friend Carrie from the Foundations podcast.
Yes, and I am super excited that we are. First of all, you were a guest on my podcast for the last
years back and up,
couple
yeah.
years. Yep, a few different times. And we worked so well together that we're really excited to transition the Foundations podcast to the Complete Wellness podcast.
We're two friends talk about how messy life is with zero filters.
Exactly. So stick around. We have lots of exciting topics to discuss.
Yes. All right. I just hit a lull. I don't know. I had caffeine this morning and I was cruising, and now I'm just ugh.
So we're long overdue.
Mm-hmm. We are. It's been almost a month and a half?
I know, it's been a while. And I've heard from a lot of people, when are you guys doing the next podcast?
I know.
And
Lots of people are I'm caught up.
Yeah. Yes. Well, the holidays were just crazy busy.
Yeah.
We had every intention of getting a few more out before the holidays, but
A little too hard when it's that busy. And I don't think many people, like I said earlier, I didn't really listen to any podcasts for the last probably couple months.
Yeah.
I've just been nonstop.
Yeah. I just listened today, actually, to the first podcast in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good one. And it motivated me to pick up the phone and call you and say, okay, we need to do this.
When?
Yeah. I planned on doing it anyway, but
Yeah.
it gave me the extra push when I was on my way home today.
Nice.
Yeah. So you've taken some time off around the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same. Took a couple weeks, the last couple weeks in between Christmas and New Year's. And I just really felt like I needed some downtime.
A break.
Yep. And to refocus and to just get back on track.
Yes. I did the same thing. I didn't take 2 weeks. I took 1 week, 5 days.
I kind of worked in the middle a little bit, but I tried to take what I could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did the same, but it's hard to do when people are dependent on you for their nails.
Yeah, for sure.
Breaks and fills. I was crazy busy for 2 weeks prior just because I was trying to shove as many people in as I could so I could have the time off. Mm-hmm. And now the next 2 weeks I'm going to be busy again getting everybody caught up. But that's okay. I'll be fine. I needed a break.
Yeah. I'm glad that you were able to take some time off around the holidays.
Me
It must
too.
have been hard to fit it in.
It was very hard to take time off, yeah. And I had to
Because everybody's religious,
every 2 weeks.
Right? 2-3 weeks, yeah.
Yep. Most of my people are every 2 weeks, yeah. But some people go 3. But yeah, it made it hard. But it's manageable. You can manage anything, right? Just if you know it's coming, just work a few extra long days and tighten it up. And same thing. It was funny because at the salon, they were making fun of me because I was every hour on the hour I have another client in the chair, and I was all right, while you're curing, I'm going to run back and have a handful of nuts. But it really turned into 3 friggin' cookies because everybody brought so much shit in. I ate so much trash. Oh, it tasted so good, though. It's fine. Oh,
I know.
So good.
I felt awful after the
Oh,
holidays.
I felt like I still kind of feel like shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Weighed down. I don't think I put any weight on, but I definitely feel heavier.
Yeah.
I just got to get it cleaned out.
Didn't feel good. My stomach had been upset, and I was ready for a reset.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Mine starts in the morning. Well, maybe today. I kind of already started today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I made breakfast wraps and all that crap for tomorrow.
Oh, that's good. Did a little prep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought that my very first step was to declutter things. So I came home today and cleaned my office. I still want to do more, but I was all right, that's the first thing I need to do because that's my workspace.
Yep.
And I feel like when there's clutter, it's it mentally makes clutter for me, and it makes it hard to plan things out, and it makes everything seem a little bit more overwhelming. So I came home and I'm this week I'm determined to just get a little bit more organized.
So I can function a little better. I'm the same way. Visual clutter makes internal clutter for me.
Yeah, well,
I actually read something on that the other day.
I agree with it. And I think objects carry energy. And if
100%.
you have all of this stuff laying around,
it's heavy.
It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I agree.
So I got started a little bit when I came home, and I'll do some more after we finish recording today. But
yeah, I have kitchen cabinets to do when I get home.
Yeah.
and take Landry to the gym because she's old enough to go now.
Oh,
So
nice.
she wants to go.
That's awesome.
Yep. So we added her to the membership, and
That's fun.
yep.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about doing like the decluttering thing in like every area of my life.
Oh, yeah.
And like thinking about what is excess? What do I need to be happy? What am I focusing on that I shouldn't be focusing on right now? Because I feel like my life is cluttered, and I feel like there are things that I need to cut out. Like I want to look at, I already do a pretty strict budget, but I want to look at where my money goes and how much of that I can conserve, and where my time is going. Even my time, right? Like not even my time. It's a big thing. Like, where are you spending your time? Is it actually
Is it where you want to be spending it, right?
and where it's going to benefit me?
Yeah.
So
in multiple ways.
Exactly. So I was thinking that I was like, everything that I do, everything that I do throughout the day, or everything that I put in my mouth, or every time I spend a half an hour doing something, like just take the time to ask myself, is this moving me closer to where I want to be or further away from where I want to be?
Yep.
Like every time I decide to spend time doing something or spend money on something, or
What's the benefit, if there even is one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and then try to make my days, like my actions, add up to things that are going to benefit me. Because how many hours a day do I waste doing stupid things? That are
I
not
waste
gonna...
so many. Start by looking at your screen time on your phone. That's the first start right there. Pull that up.
Yep.
Because it's like separates it, right? It's funny because we haven't talked. And when we talked on the phone earlier, we said we weren't going to talk anymore because we wanted it to just be like on the podcast. And when you just said something that I kind of said to Landry earlier. If you go to my house right now, my entire island and then the entire peninsula off my kitchen is just covered in papers right now between budgeting and like just tons of stuff. And I was just going through it all and like making a plan and all that stuff. And Landry's like, what are you doing? I said, simplifying. And she's like, what do you mean simplifying? And I said, well, I'm going to get back to basics. And you just said you want to see if it's something about making you happy.
You're like, every action that you take
makes you
whatever it
happy.
is,
Like
if it's going to get you closer to happiness or further away.
Yes. And so I was kind of not with those words, but I said I'm simplifying and I'm getting like back to basics. And I'm going to start with only what you need to make you happy is what you said, and that's what triggered it in my brain. I told Landry, I said we're going to get to what we need, whether that means spending money, whether that means to eat, what we're putting in our bodies, whether that means where we're spending our time. Like, do we need to be doing X, Y, and Z? Or no, you don't need it. So if we get back to zero, see where we are on the happy scale. And then if we are happy and we feel like we're lacking in a certain spot, then we'll add a little bit here or a little bit there. Like, get back to only what you need.
Yeah.
And then decide what makes you happy. Because I think a lot of the shit that we think makes us happy, it's honestly just extra weight, and it's like a mask or something like that. I don't know how to explain it, but get back to basics, I guess, is what we're doing at home.
Yeah, so I was talking to Dave, my boyfriend, about this the other night, and I said, it really comes down to the world that we live in, the society that we live in. And we live in such a consumer society that we are like conditioned to want.
Yep.
Right? And how many of those things do we actually need? And it gets us
probably like none.
Yeah, it gets us further away from being happy rather than closer to where we want to be in our lives. And then our energy is all over the place. Our money is all over the place. Like we live in a consumer society that is not good for us. Like,
it's like it's not even like we are controlled by what we see and what's fed to us. And we need to not allow that.
I was telling him, I said, it even comes down to the stupid ads I see on Facebook, right?
Absolutely.
Like something will pop up and I scroll by it. And eventually you freaking click on it, and eventually you're gonna buy it eventually because
or something similar, right?
Yeah, because it gets in your head, and then so I've really been trying to focus on cutting. Where it sounds like, even though we haven't talked, like we're in the same boat.
Spot. Yeah,
like I just really
that happens a lot.
And I feel like it always happens with us. But.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said let's not talk at all, and let's just see.
I think that's a good idea. But I feel like I just really want to get back to the basics of what I need and think about the fundamentals of what I truly believe that I need in my life and what is the most important to me, and start there and then build upon that.
Yep. Get back to your foundation, right? Like what the
Yeah.
true foundation is, not all the frilly shit around the outside.
Yeah.
Just what you need.
So, and that was another thing that I was telling you about that I kind of have been starting this Foundations for, and that is a 4-week, it's like 4 weeks, 4 pillars, and then one intentional reset is what the idea is behind it. And it's about breaking down to the most basic things in your life, taking 4 weeks to devote yourself to figuring out what those things are, and then building your habits around them. And it's really similar to what we've done before. What we've
It's just
done
little.
before.
I just looked through it. It's just a little more. It's a little more of a deep dive. It's just the other stuff that you've come across that have worked for you, and they've worked for me too. Seems like you've added them into it and just made it a little deeper. Which, especially this time of year, you kind of do need it a little bit deeper, right? Like this is when everybody's got the hefty goals and all that type of stuff.
I feel like it's like if you want to lose weight, or if you want to get in shape, or if you want to do any one of those things, it'll work for you. But this is
A combo.
so much more than that. This is like taking a true look at yourself and where you're at, and being honest with yourself about what it is that you need and what you need to change in order to get back on track.
That's the hardest part, right?
It is.
Like being honest with yourself about it.
Yep. So, and the 4 pillars are like your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and your social wellness, right? So there are more areas of your wellness, but I feel like those are the 4 pillars really that everything else revolves around, like your physical wellness, and then how you're doing emotionally, how you're doing socially, like what your relationships are like, and then your spirituality. And I feel like that for me, I know we've talked about it before, that my spirituality is tied to all of those things.
Yeah.
And I feel like my career, environmental health, all of those things tie into it, but I feel like those are like the 4 main pillars that I feel like everything is kind of based around for me. So that's why I decided to go with those, with this book and this plan.
I think also, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've done foundations with so many people that it's probably the same pillars for the people you've worked with too, right? Like probably not just you personally, but all the other people that you've worked with.
Right.
There's been lots of people that have used this and been successful. So that's good. Kind of narrows it down.
Yeah. And the other thing I did with this is I always had my nutrition and exercise in there, but I kind of went more in depth with the nutrition and exercise. So with nutrition, I'm certified with Precision 1. So it's like a nutrition plan that focuses on macros, but it's not like adding everything up every day. It kind of goes
like
by
simplified.
Yeah, it's simplified. It gives you like a checklist of things that you should try to fit into your diet every day to give you the most nutrients that you need. And it measures it by like palm size for protein and for vegetables and then you put in, like, I take all of the things that you want, all of your goals, and then it will kind of spit out what you should consume in order to reach those goals.
So it's like a specified calculation.
It is.
For each person.
For each person.
For everybody's different
Right.
goals, everybody's different size, everything.
Right.
Nice.
Exactly. And that's why I like the palm size portions, because that also is like specific to each person. Like your palm is different size than my palm.
Yeah.
So like a serving of protein for you is going to be different than a serving of protein for me, because your hands are much tinier than mine. But you're much tinier than
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
So like
it's
a
in
serving,
proportion so that it's right for your body.
Yeah, and it just makes it really
good
easy
guide.
to track. And, I mean, there are a lot of other nutrition plans out there. The one that I'm using for this foundation for is, so like if anybody wanted to do this, if anybody wanted to do the focus group, then I would do that plan for them if they wanted to. Like you can always put in whatever goal you want for nutrition, but if you like the idea of it, then I would go through that with everybody. Just because I truly believe it works.
Yeah, and I mean, think about it with how, again, like you said, and the environment or what we're in the world. Like, people go out to eat a lot. People are at parties or other people's houses or events. You don't need to bring a scale and all that stuff with you. It just makes it a little more like versatile. Like, you can use it outside of home and
it doesn't consume you.
Yes,
like sometimes I feel like I've done different nutrition things in the past that totally consume my life. And then I get obsessed about it, and then I go like off the deep end, and you're like cutting all kinds of things out, and then you eventually fall off, and
too much too soon type of thing.
It's just too much. It's too confusing. I feel like this is really user friendly for me, and I like it a lot, and I believe in it. I think that it's authentic and works well.
Nice.
So, so I know that you have done that in the past. Is that something you want to do?
Yeah.
I'll do yours for you.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I kind of did more of in this is I've always had my diet or my exercise in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I really made some room to log what your workouts are. And I kind of went with what the recommended guidelines are for
on average
so like for workout, for cardio, like 5 workouts of half an hour a week would be sufficient to get started, or really 4 would. I'm trying to think of how many with the minimum. It depends on how long you were on there too. Like how long you were, I say on there because I'm on the elliptical for cardio, but it's not whatever your cardio is. So I broke it down into cardiovascular workouts and then strength training.
Yes. I like that it's broken down like that.
Yeah. And then
because it is very different.
It is very different. You're right. And strength training is so important. And I kind of went with, there are a lot of different strength training programs that you can do, but I kind of went with a total body strength training program 3 times a week. So that is sufficient to hit every muscle group. And if you're not looking for like bodybuilding, if you're not looking for, especially women, like 3 times a week, overall body workout that takes me an hour each time. So it focuses on 3 exercises for lower strengthening, 3 exercises for upper strengthening, 3 exercises for core. And when you get through those, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to do. And you do that 3 times a week. So really that's only max 3 hours a week that you would spend on your strength training.
You wasted that on your iPhone today, I promise.
Everyone.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's true. And that's in one day.
Yeah.
So.
And in the previous foundations programs, like I always had my workouts listed on there, but I really wanted a place where you could log specific workouts.
I liked that. I saw that in there when I was skimming through right here.
Yeah.
The setup of it is super duper user friendly and extremely manageable. Like some of the ones I've seen in the past, it's just overwhelming. Did you do 7 of this at this weight at that? No, it's not like that. It's very user friendly. It's broken down so you're still getting what you need. I like the way you have it set up a lot.
And you can also change like how much weight, how many reps, all of those things as you get more in shape.
Yeah.
So they might, it'll change over time, but it gives you room to grow in there. So
at your own pace too, right? Because some of the ones don't do that. Like they tell you after week 3 you should be doing this. I like that you have it just the way it is, because then
everybody's different.
Yes, exactly.
Everybody's different. So
you can go at your own pace as long as you're going is what matters. Just go.
And what I was going to do was take all of the workouts that I've done in the past and do a different one every single day and put out some of those workouts for people so that like you could, like I could give you a handful of them to choose from.
Nice.
And then every day you're not doing the exact same workout. I'm going to give you, 10 lower strengthening exercises to choose from. And each day you're going to pick 3 of those.
Yeah, that's smart. And then you can mix it up and see, because some people, even with like injuries and stuff like that too, like that'll help too.
Yep.
If somebody's got a sore shoulder or something, like maybe this specific workout feels better than the other.
And you can also like, some of the upper strengthening workouts are going to work like different parts of upper strengthening. So you can rotate those exercises so that you're really truly getting like
a full body workout.
Full body, so that you're engaging all of those different muscles that you want to. And I also really am apt to skip core myself. And that's such an important part of it. So that's why core is in there too. Like I feel like that's one of the ones
on its own.
Yeah, because in the past when I've done these workouts, I feel like that's what's made the biggest difference in my fitness. First of all, like my balance, my flexibility, my stability, like all of those things. Your core is so important, and I feel like those exercises are what made me feel like that's the best workout. I've done a lot of different workouts over the years, and I feel like this approach has given me the best overall fitness in the past.
Yeah, that's good.
So I, instead of just saying like you come up with your regular workout routine, I just wanted to give people more resources, I guess, to choose from.
I think that's good. It's more user-friendly, if you will.
Yeah, I think so.
I like it. I'm excited to start it.
Well, I'll do it up and I'll print you off a copy. And then my intention was to get it all out before the new year and make it so everybody could start this week.
Yeah.
But instead of that, you and I are going to start this week.
Test run.
And then if you guys out there are listening and you feel like it's something that you want to try, I'm going to do another 4-week group that I'll start next week. So maybe every week, like we won't talk about just this, but we could update everybody on like how it's going. And then if they want to join, then they'll have some kind of resource to listen to beforehand, which is kind of what we did before when we recorded those. But this is just going to be a little bit more focused and a little bit quicker, like a 4-week reset.
Yeah, that's what I need for sure.
Yeah.
A good little reset.
Yeah, I feel like I really need
Kick
it.
my ass into shape.
So if anybody's interested about it, I do have information up about it on my website. It's totaltransformation.life. And you can go check it out. You can send me a message, whatever. I'm gonna start one more group next week, but we're gonna get started tomorrow.
Yeah.
So after the podcast, I can do your nutrition plan. And whatever your workout routine is, so I can provide you with some of the ones that I'm doing, or if you already have one in place, then I can get it set up so that you can log yours.
Yeah, I just have a gym membership. That's what I have set up in place. Now I gotta go.
That's good though. So do you want guidelines for workouts, or do you have an idea?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm starting.
Well,
that's where I'm at.
Well, then I can definitely help.
We're going to start from I know what to do. Like, I know what to do at the gym. I know all those things. I've been there. I've done that. But, yeah, I might as well try something different.
I think I'm going to pull out all of my old stuff and all of my exercises, and I'm going to just do like a rotate. Like I could even give you at the beginning of every week, like these are your 3 workouts for the week.
Okay.
And then you could just check them off a list, and you wouldn't have to go to the gym and be like, okay, what am I going to do? But you could plan it ahead of time, and you could say, okay, today I'm going to do this.
Sensei says do this.
Yeah.
So I'll do whatever you tell me
I
to do.
feel like I truly believe, like I've done a lot of different workouts over the years, and sometimes I've done more of the machines where you're stationary, and I feel like functional fitness where you're doing free weights. These are all like 5 to 10 pounds max. Like I haven't even gotten up to 10 pounds, and I've been doing it for a while now. And I still feel like even when I was in my best shape, 15 pounds was probably the max I would do, because it's different than using machines. And
I've always done free weights.
Yeah.
I've leaned more towards machines since my injury with my leg.
It does
just for the stability.
More. Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm still weak there, but I still don't have the strength that I need. Like if I'm standing, like if I'm sitting on a bench and I'm doing free weights, I'm fine. But if I'm standing, it's for my balance is just, honestly, I think my leg's a different length than the other leg now.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird, but I really do.
I had a hard time. I was doing like the single leg deadlifts, and that is really challenging for balance, but it's also one of the ones that after my knee replacement, I feel like needs the most work. So it's challenging, but I can do it. I can do it.
As long as I can do it, I'll do it.
Yep.
And I can do just about anything.
The
only thing I can't do is wrap something around my ankle, but we can talk about that after.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I can't wrap with all the metal in there and all the nerves. I can't physically do it because it sends shocks.
Yep.
Still.
Yeah,
hopefully that ends.
Yeah, you don't want that. We wouldn't wrap anything. I wouldn't wrap anything around your ankle.
You know what I mean with the machines, like the leg machines and stuff like that? Yeah.
So basically, anybody that wants to do the Foundation 4 focus group is you set up with a 4-week, you go through your goals, you go through like that regular analysis like we always did, like on your life, like all the different areas of your life, just to refocus and decide what it is that you want to accomplish and what's important to you. So there's a few different exercises for that, like I always do. But this is, I will set you up with a nutrition plan. I'll set you up with a workout routine and then meet weekly to support.
Yes.
And then talk about those 4 pillars, like kind of go through like decluttering your life and go through all the different things like that.
I think that's smart. Anybody who's like wanting to start and isn't starting because of whatever reason, having a buddy is like huge. And even if you don't have a buddy, like talking with you is helpful because it's really having a buddy, right? Like you're having a buddy, somebody to check in with and stuff like that.
I feel like, I've been doing this kind of stuff for years and years. And I feel like the most progress I've ever made with any of it is when you and I have done it together.
Yeah, because you're with somebody, you're doing it together.
Yep. And on the days when you don't want to do it or I don't want to do it, then
we get each other motivated.
We get each other motivated. And I don't want to not show up for you. So I show up for myself because I don't want to. I don't want to disappoint. Yeah. I mean,
and it's nice. It's good to have because we're not going to be 100% of the time. It's just not. It's not ever going to. It's never going to happen. It's just not.
Yeah.
So having support is there. Speaking of which, I mentioned something to you earlier that's been bugging me, and I want to mention it because I'm willing to bet some people who are listening have seen this. I personally call it a trend on social media where everybody's posting like New Year, same old me, get used to it. I'm not changing. You guys are going to make all these goals and nobody ever sticks to them. Like it's pretty fucking negative and it really fucking sucks. And if you want to stay who you are, like cool, stay who you are. If you love who you are, that's awesome. Wonderful. Stop fucking shaming other people.
Yeah.
For trying to do better. I don't care if Georgia's tried to lose 10 pounds the last 30 years on January 1st every time. Maybe your 31 is going to actually fucking happen for her. And she's going to make her life the way she wants it. I don't know, Georgia. I just picked that name. But like that's literally what's happening. And if you read through like these comments on social media, people are like, yeah, like they're just so mean and negative and fucking shitty.
Yeah.
Like shitty. That was extremely frustrating for me for the last few days. It still kind of is, like seeing it on social media, and I want to say something to people and be like, "You suck," but they already suck, so it's not going to make a difference. I don't think. But
it's not right.
It sucks.
Certainly not right.
Like,
I actually haven't seen too much of that, but I've also been hibernating and not really looking a lot.
See, I haven't been working, so I am normally not like if I get on social media, like I get on, I post, and I get off.
Yeah,
like that's just what I do. The last week or since Monday, I haven't worked. I worked on Saturday for a few hours,
scrolling more.
But I've been like sitting and like relaxing. But at the same point, like you grab your phone. Like that's just how it happens, And I've been scrolling more, and I'm like, man, these people are not nice. People suck. Like I unfollowed quite a few people.
Oh,
I'm still friends with them or whatever on social media, but I don't want to see that crap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no, stop.
And the reality of it is that anytime you want to make changes in your life, it does not happen overnight, and you sometimes have to figure out the
sometimes
path.
It takes multiple paths, right?
Not even sometimes.
All the time. I've never just done something like that, like not without having to switch routes a few times and stuff. And then also another thing, part of it is like I don't, even if it is just on social media, I don't want anybody in my life that thinks they're perfect the way they are. Because newsflash, none of us are. We all have work to do. We all have room to grow. And if you're done growing, then you suck.
Yeah.
In my opinion, sucks to suck. Like, come on, like people don't be, I don't want to say it because then it'll probably like say who it is, but whatever, I'll just say it. I'm not going to say any names, but like I had somebody I read on somebody's post where they said, yeah, you're right. I might as well just throw in the towel now and whatever. I'm ordering a pizza. It's like, dude, that sucks. Like, because you put something negative on social media saying it doesn't matter who you are, you're not going to succeed anyways. New Year's resolutions are dumb, blah, blah, blah. Somebody read that and threw their dream in the garbage because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it doesn't work for the next person. Maybe you're not trying hard enough. You know, there's a reason why I've been married 7 times or 5 times. And you know what I mean? And have a different career every 6 months. Like, because you don't stick to anything, you know? And I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but again, we all have room to grow.
Yeah.
None of us are perfect, you know?
Yeah, and we should lift.
And we don't drag people down with us. We should be lifting each other up with us.
We should be lifting each other up. You're right. No matter what that means.
Yeah. Put the ego away.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, to be truthful, I think that somebody who's saying negative things like that, it's a lot more about how they're feeling about themselves.
100% who they, Yep, has nothing to do with anybody else. But people will read that and then it'll turn into how they maybe used to feel about themselves or still kind of do. Mm-hmm. And then they'll jump on that train with them. Yep. So why wouldn't you want to be, I don't know, I'd rather be the positivity where somebody's thinking in 2 minutes, they're thinking, hey, you know what? I might be able to do this. And then what if they read a post where I say I did it? You can do it too. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the fire, not the smoke that puts it out, I guess. I don't know how to say it. But
it's one of the reasons that social media breeds insecurity.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you see posts of what people want you to see in their life.
I call it the book of faces.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you compare yourself to others, and then the negative comments, all of those things, like they play into it all. Mm-hmm. And social media
it can be super positive though, right? Like look at the things you or I have done on social media. Like look at the way we've gotten our voices out there in the last year on social media, and we've had multiple people message us, both separately.
That's true.
And tell us how much it has changed their lives for the positive. So I guess it's, you know, what you get from it is what you get from it, just like anything else. There's super positive things too, but it's about having like a boundary and knowing like just because somebody else is negative doesn't mean we have to go down that hole too. Like look for the hit unfollow like I do. Mm-hmm. Like for real, hit unfollow. I still love all those people who posted all that stuff. They're super sweet, and I do like them just the way that they are. But don't be a jerk. Like, just, you know. So I just unfollow them.
And you have a choice. We all have a choice of what we're going to allow into our lives and what kind of influences we're going to allow to look at every day. Yep. Like, we have a choice. And I guess it's up to each one of us as individuals to take control of that choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have full control of it. And with technology now, again, like I just said, you could easily just unfollow the negativity. Yeah. Just, you're still friends with them. You can still click on their page and see how they're doing and things like that. And they can still comment or whatever, all that jazz. But they won't be in your algorithm, in your page, in your negative space. And I think that's something important. And I've said to a lot of people at my nail table that have said how social media affects them negatively and how it's like one or two specific people that are just going through a hard time in their lives. So it's kind of like they're being brought down with them and stuff like that. And no matter what they say positive to them, they always have a negative thing to say. So I tell them, click unfollow and don't respond. Yeah. Don't say anything at all. If you don't, you know what I mean? Don't say anything. You don't have to.
Because I also think we get addicted to the chaos.
Oh, for sure.
It's a weird thing when you choose to eliminate that stuff from your life because it leaves space, right? Like create space
to work out
for all of the good things. Yeah. But in that space, sometimes there's just that lull. There's a lull, and it almost feels like boring.
It's an addiction. Yes. Like it's a true addiction.
Yes.
I think we've talked about this before, probably not on a podcast, but it's a true addiction. Like social media is a true addiction.
And I don't even think that is just social media. Like that's everything about, like, you choose what comes in to your sphere. Like you have a choice. Like we have a million different things that we are bombarded with every single day. And you do have the power to choose which ones you want to pay attention to. And it really is all about manifesting and bringing everything into your life. Or
being able to say no thank you.
Bringing, all of those things. But you have to be the one to make that choice. And when you do, there is a lull and there is like a boredom. And that's why one of the reasons why we're tempted to
step back in
all the things that we do. And it might not be social media. It might be like shopping. It might be like,
that's a big one too.
Yeah. Like we do things to distract ourselves. Like, and really one of the things that I think about all the time, or I try to, and I don't always do a great job of it, but one of the things I always try to do is to say to myself that I'm willing to sacrifice instant gratification for long-term happiness. Because, and that goes back to those actions like I was talking about. Like if I can try to make it a habit to ask myself every time, is this going to be good for me or is this going to be bad for me? Like that
just take a second and ask
simple. Yeah, and it can be any action, anything that you are doing. Just take a minute to ask yourself, is this going to help me or is this going to hurt me?
And it's like, it's just awareness, right? Like I've said for a long time, like if you're going to, I'm sure you've heard me say it multiple times, as something happens, like something bad happens, right? If something what in the moment seems really horrible, I try to take a step back because I tend to overreact when bad things happen. I get overstressed and then I just fucking explode. That's just what I've always done. And it's much better now than it used to be, you know, say a decade ago. I would just go off the fucking handle and throw shit. You know what I mean? Now I don't. Now I take a step back and I think, is this going to affect my life next Tuesday or a week from today? And then if the answer is no, I say, all right, is this going to affect my life in 30 days? Is this going to affect my life next year? Then why the fuck do I care? Whatever, man. Enjoy, you know, like, and then I can walk away from the stress. And it's just the awareness, like you said, just being aware and being able to see it.
Yeah, and it can...
It's a training thing too, right? So honestly, what is it, 28 days you can build a habit? So if that is something that somebody struggles with, this 4-week foundation thing, that's perfect because you could use that as a habit, you know, or make it a goal to be aware of one thing a day that, you know, maybe gives something negative or that you waste your time on or something.
Yeah, I'm really going to try to do that, like where throughout my day, just ask myself that every time I take action. Like every time I
good
make
or bad,
a meal,
good or bad, good or bad.
Good or bad, good or bad. How many times a day are you saying yes, it's good? How many times a day are you saying it's bad? Because you
can even do like a little tally, like a little tally on your desk or whatever. Is this something good or bad? And then you could just, you don't need to write what it is. You could just see how many good and bads.
And then at the end of the day, you can see why maybe you're not making progress or maybe why you are.
Or maybe why you're miserable, or maybe why, you know what I mean? Like,
because I am making all these choices that are bad for me, or I'm making all these choices that are good for me, and that's why things are getting better. Like
in the car on the way home, right? On the way home, say, I know when I used to have a distance to drive, like I would be either in a pissy ass terrible fucking mood, or I'd be singing the jams and having a good time, or you know what I mean? One or the other. It's never like, it was never like just in the middle, right? So if I were to have done that back then, I betcha my bottom dollar, which isn't far away. No, I'm just kidding. The holidays.
Oh my
no, I'm
God,
kidding.
Tell me about it.
But like I betcha, like on the days where I was singing, I had more good check marks, and on the days where I was pissed off, I made more bad choices. We all create our own fate. I mean, it doesn't matter how shitty things are. You can always find something positive.
Yeah, and I think you're exactly right. It's just about awareness and about. Sometimes you don't realize because we go through our day to day and we're just busy and we just do it and we don't stop and think like that. But to actually take just a minute every time and say, is this good or is this bad? Just helps you to focus or to realize, to become aware of where you truly are right now.
Yeah, declutter everything, right? And
That's
we do that. We get busy to keep this stuff. Like I feel like as humans, it's like our society has made themselves busier than they should be to be able to ignore the things that they should be paying attention to. You know what I mean? We're crazy busy. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's the life that we've created for ourselves.
Yeah, it's the choices that we made that got us here.
Yeah. And, you know, all of that isn't going to go away. We're not
still got to work. We still got to pay bills. Still got to do all that stuff.
Kids. You still have kids that are playing sports.
Responsibilities.
We still have responsibilities, all of that. But you can eliminate somewhere.
You always can. There's always places for movement.
Yeah. So that's what I am really focusing on with this next 4 weeks. Like getting myself back on track, but I want to declutter as much as possible because I feel like there's a little bit of chaos in my life. And when I feel like that, I have to fix it. I have to go back to the basics and I have to declutter. Like that's just it. And life just gets like that. It happens. It's
going to, and it's going to continue to happen. It's just we're humans.
Exactly.
It's okay to be human.
Yeah.
You just got to be aware and work on it.
So do you have any big goals that you've set for yourself right now?
My big goal is to not have a big goal. I've had so many big goals in the last year, and I've crushed every fucking one of them. My goal is to literally only what I need.
Yep.
My goal for the next 6 months or so, 4 to 6 months, is that my big goal is to not have a big goal. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I can't always be chasing after something huge.
No,
It's okay to be where I'm at and to enjoy it for a little while and be comfortable in it. And that is something I'm having, probably more than about anybody, how hard that's going to be for me.
Yep.
Because I am always going after the next big thing, running after it. Like
but
all or
made
nothing.
Some huge changes. Actually, like the last year
Massive.
for both of us have been big years for changes, right? And I feel like we needed those changes.
Yep.
But I agree with you that, like, I feel like I accomplished a lot of things that I want to accomplish, and now it's time to like make that work. Do you know what I mean?
I just want to see what life's like now that I've hit my goals. Like, if I really stop, like you just said, like in the last year, like if I really stop and think about it, in the last year, I've lost 80 pounds. I've completely changed my career, built kind of 2 businesses. You know what I mean? Did all that. I actually did pass my boards. I don't think anybody listening's talked about that.
I knew it, but we haven't talked about it.
You knew that.
Here.
You knew right away. Yeah. But yeah, that was fucking hard, dude. Like that was hard. I did a lot in the last year. Yeah. And I've changed inside a lot. Like I don't tolerate bullshit. I've gotten rid of, I don't want to say gotten rid of, but like moved on from relationships that weren't for me anymore. And that's okay. And that's been a lot. Like there's been a lot of change for me in the last 12 months. Like if you were to go back to January, what's today, the 4th or the 3rd? Today the 4th, January 4th last year, and told me this is what my life looked like right now, I'd be like, there's no fucking way I'll have that done in a year. There's no way. Even though I know I'm like a balls to the wall, like get it done person, and if I want it, I'm gonna get it. I know that, but that's a lot.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And I want to enjoy it, I think. Like we run and chase after, like you're just saying, society has us go, wanting the next thing. Why? Why can't I just be happy with what I've got? Because that's really where true happiness is, right?
And you'll become really great at everything if you give yourself time to like really, really get into it. I mean, like, okay, think about it. You went to nails, right? Started that. You immediately were successful with that. And had a full
in
client
10
load.
days, I was able to put my 2-week notice in at my admin job. Like 10 days.
But now you've been focusing on that, right? And think about all the different ways that you have expanded what you know about that. Like, first of all, your nail art.
Yeah, I didn't even know I could do nail art. Like,
I know.
I'm not an artist. You give me a pen and a piece of paper, and my stick figure is going to be out of proportion for sure. But I can draw the It Clown, whatever his name is, Pennywise, on a freaking nail that's a half an inch tall. You know what I mean? What? Yeah. So never would have known.
Yeah, and you've expanded what you do with that so much.
Yeah. So now just sit in it
and really get good at it.
Yeah.
Really excel. Now you've made the jump, and now you can really excel. You can take the time to.
Yeah. I've been saying I'm going to be the best around here, and I'm going to. Yeah. So now I just got to do it. And I know I can. I mean, come on.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
The last year for me, I expanded my education a lot, and now I feel like I'm not going to sign up for another course. Sometimes I feel like people can get addicted to that, like learning more, but then you don't ever really put it into use.
Yeah, more. Yeah. Jack of many, master of none.
Yeah, yep, exactly. So I got the nutrition certification. I redid my personal trainer. I did the board certification for health coaching. I got a mental well-being for fitness professional certification, and that might be it. But anyway, and working on Foundations 4, but Foundations 4 is a different part of it, right? Like I feel like the other stuff, I wanted my credentials to be the best because I want to be able to have that behind what I'm creating because I just want them to be the best. And so now I have everything that I wanted for credentials, but now it's time for me to put all of that stuff that I learned and put it into practice and make it so that other people can use and have it be effective as much as it has been for me.
Yeah.
So I really want to focus on, that's why implementing more of the nutrition and implementing more of I've been a personal trainer forever, and then I was teaching fitness classes, but I never really made that and the workouts a part of what Foundations was. I mean, they were always in there, but I always kind of left it up to each individual. But why? I'm a personal trainer.
Yeah, why wouldn't you hone in on what you're good at?
Yeah, and what I'm good at and what I know works.
Yep. Like, and if somebody doesn't want to use it, if that's not one of their goals, then just skip the page. Like this is still usable for.
And it doesn't have all of those workouts laid out. But if somebody signed up, then I would lay out.
They get it, yeah.
Like so that they don't have to. But if they want to, then they certainly can do whatever they want for physical fitness. But I feel like I've been at it long enough to know what is a good, well-rounded program that is going to make you build strength, build muscle, build stamina, recover from injury, how to modify. I know all those things. So why wouldn't I make that a part of it? And why wouldn't I make nutrition is so important? Why wouldn't I do a nutrition
plan? Everything,
for
not just your weight, like for everything.
Yes. And it is all about not necessarily losing weight, but it's about providing your body with the nutrients that you need to reach whatever goals it is, because your goals are different than my goals.
Yep.
So obviously, we're different individually, but
nutrition's even like, it's super important for like even your brain, right? So like even if you have no fitness goals, not one, nutrition is extremely important to keep you going to do the things that you're either wanting to do, or if you're me, just wanting to maintain. Like,
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got the mental well-being certification for fitness professionals, and as well as the nutrition, but the connection between your mental well-being and your nutrition, as well as your exercise, all of those things, like there is a school of thought, not even a school of thought, but is a growing field of evidence that proves that fitness or exercise, like the well-being of what happens to your body during exercise, as well as the nutrients that come into your body, affect your mental well-being.
Oh yeah.
Like it is.
It's proven. Like it's a fact at this point.
And I think that there is a huge focus that has gone to mindfulness and meditation. It's really moving away from medications, and I don't want to say that there's sometimes medication is not needed, right? Because clearly we need to follow our doctor's recommendations when medication is needed. But I also think that there are a lot of things that we can do with our actions, as well as our nutrition, the exercise, like the things that actually happen to your body, how your sleep is affected when you exercise, like how and all of those things affect your weight, and it affects, it all just ties in together so much. So I think that it's good to see that they are kind of expanding, I think, the thinking. And when I took a nutrition class and I learned about mindfulness and meditation, or when I took a mental well-being class and there's a huge portion on mindfulness and meditation, it's just really, really focusing on being mindful and intentional with all of your actions.
Yeah, it's true. And I'm really, aside from all of the evidence that is out there, I'm a perfect example. I haven't taken an anxiety or depression medication in 7 years now. It's been 7 years since I've taken one. 7 years. And I needed it. I needed it. I really needed it. So, and meditation and being mindful of lots of different things, like I can control it now. Like if I feel an anxiety attack coming on, I can meditate my way out of it. I could literally be walking through Price Chopper and be meditating, and you would never know.
So that is something, this is just aside from, or continuing on with what you're saying, anxiety is something that a lot of people have asked me for, like a meditation on it, because I do that
I have
Monday.
multiple I can give you.
Yeah, and or not just give me, but just record one.
Yeah, I can record one. Yep.
Because I know a lot of people that struggle with anxiety and have anxiety attacks.
Yep.
And I know
I have a 60-second one that pulls me out of it.
Really?
60 seconds
I would
pulls me out.
love to know what that
60
is.
seconds. I'll send it. Next time I come over, I'll bring it and we can record it. It's 60
would like
seconds,
that.
and
I
I'm
would
not
love
kidding.
that.
I use it in the stores all the time.
Yeah.
If I'm at a stoplight, if I can feel myself getting like anxious, I'll start it. You're obviously not sitting there for 60 seconds, but it's just a basic breathing, guided
Controlling your
meditation
breathing.
that controls. It just brings you back, right? Yeah. So anybody who has anxiety knows, like, sometimes you can feel it coming on. Other times, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, your armpits are dripping and you're clenching your jaw. And one of the number one things that I will teach anybody that I'm teaching meditation, like for anxiety and stuff, number one thing to start with, as specifically women, but men too, but the number one thing that we clench up is right in here, right? It's your jaw and your shoulders. Like, you lift your shoulders up and you tighten your jaw. It's physically impossible to tighten those muscles in your jaw if your tongue is not at the roof of your mouth. Every time you stop at a stoplight, every time you grab your phone, pick something you do a lot and make sure your tongue is not touching the roof of your mouth. You cannot tense those muscles up. That is the first thing I have people do when I meditate with them. Make sure your tongue is at the bottom of your teeth. Do not touch the roof of your mouth one time. That is right away. That will immediately take you from a 10 to a 9.5. And anybody knows who has anxiety, a 10 to a 9.5 is a huge jump.
Yep.
Because you're ready to explode, but you might have a little control. That little bit of control is all you need when that anxiety is starting. Drop your shoulders, put your tongue at the bottom of your mouth.
I have a friend that is struggling with driving. Like, sometimes, for some reason, it seems to come on when he's driving.
Yeah.
So
there's triggers in that. Cars are bad for me. That's why the stoplight thing is one that I do, because somebody who was teaching me long before I decided to be a meditation teacher how to control some of my anxiety and stuff. Her name was Catherine. I met her in Watertown. Amazing. She was a masseuse. Reminds me a lot of Ada, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. She taught me the tongue thing. Yep. And she said, every time you're at a stoplight, because if I was riding with Tom or whatever, my anxiety would be bad.
Right.
So she said, every time you're at a stoplight or every time you see a cow, like, she made a joke because there's cows everywhere around here, drop your tongue, and that'll
immediately unclench.
You physically can't. Try it. Anybody. Try it. If anybody can clench all of their jaw muscles without their tongue touching the roof of their mouth, I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I've never met anybody who can. You just can't. I'm trying right now.
Well, if you bring that 60-second meditation next time, you can send it to me, but if you want to bring it and we can talk about it, that would be awesome.
Yep.
Because I have not recorded an anxiety one, but it's something that a lot of people request.
Yep.
That they need.
Yep. I have a 60-second one. I think I have like a 4 or 5 minute one. I have longer ones too, but
yep.
The 60-second one is the one I use all the time.
Yep. That's
honestly,
awesome.
If I sat here, I could probably say it.
You probably could.
Yeah, I think I could, but I wouldn't. I don't want to mess it up. Now I'm anxious. See?
Yeah.
Now I need it. But it's written on a Post-it. You know those wide Post-its?
Yep.
It's written on one of those.
So I think it's awesome that your big goal is to not have any big goals.
Yeah.
And just to really, really get great at what you do. And you already are, but like really, really excel. And
there's always room to learn and grow.
Yep.
Yep. Like right now, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. But right now, like, I'm having a problem with, like, the seasons changing, right? So just like anything else, your nails, like, there's issues, like, as it gets colder. Like, maybe the acrylic, as it gets cold, breaks easier, things like that. So I'm digging into that now. So there's always room in whatever profession or whatever you're doing to learn new and different things. We talked about it before. 20 years ago is when I learned how to do nails. Now I had to reteach myself everything. Yeah. Everything's different.
It's all new.
Yeah. So I had to learn everything new again. So that's one good thing about this profession is I could really never have big goals and still always be learning.
Yeah, you're always going to be learning and growing.
Yep, changing.
Getting better.
Yep.
And you're already amazing at it. to begin with.
I'm getting there.
You are. You
I'm
are.
getting there for sure. So, always room to grow.
So do you feel like you're set up for 2026 pretty well? Or the new year? Like
I think
this next
2025 set me up pretty good for 2026, honestly.
Good.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty well set up. It feels weird to not have any like big, huge goals and stuff.
It's good.
It feels
good.
foreign.
It's like the next phase of it,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Next phase of it.
We work so hard, and then what do we like? I always go, and there's like no enjoyment. Like I don't, and if there is, it's like little pockets here and there.
Yeah.
You know, when I decided I wasn't going to have any big goals for 2026 is when one morning I decided I was going to the spa over in Canada, and I invited Tom to go with me, and I don't know what happened, but he didn't end up going, and I was pissed off. So I'm going to sneeze. I can literally feel it. Bless me.
Bless you.
And I was mad at him and upset. And I was like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that. And I went over to the spa all by myself, all the way over in Canada. Not all the way over in Canada. It's across the bridge, but it is like an hour away. And I sat there and I was thinking about, like, because this was in November, like I was thinking about, like, what's going to happen in 2026 and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't really want anything big. Like, I want to get back to what I need, you know? So I've been thinking about it since then, like deciding if I was going to have like a big New Year's goal and all that jazz, and I'm not.
Yeah. I always had a big aversion to New Year's goals because exactly why everybody thinks like what you were talking about online, like, oh, everybody sets all these goals and then in a few weeks they're done. So my goal was just to continue on the path that
Maintenance.
Yeah, just maintenance and really, I don't know, making sure I'm doing what I need to do.
Yep.
I already know it. It's not any big life-changing decisions for me. It's just moving to the next phase of it. Mm-hmm. But
enjoy where we're at.
Yeah.
I've been doing a pretty good job at that too. Like I just was sitting there on the couch the other day and just looking around. I was like, this is nice. Yeah. Like I'm not like on my phone like, what can I do next? Or what can I learn next, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's normally what I do.
Yeah.
Just be.
Yeah.
2026, I'm just going to be. Yeah. See what happens.
Yeah.
Trust it.
So when we get done, I'll do your nutrition plan for you. And then if you want the workouts, I'll give you workouts. And then we can get started tomorrow.
Yep.
And if anybody wants to join in with us, we can start next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe we can get together this week and talk about just the beginning and getting set up or whatever.
Yeah, I think we should. And if anybody doesn't know Carrie well or feels like uncomfortable, like reaching out because they don't know her, because I've had a couple people say at like the nail table, like, is she a lot like you? You know, stuff like that. Like kind of like using me as a bumper to see. Definitely reach out to me. Let me know. Whatever, that's fine. And I can put you in touch with Carrie for sure. It works for me. It's always worked for me. Yeah. Honestly, truthfully, if you really think about it, my life really started like changing when I started doing foundations a few years ago. Like I started, think about it. Like that's when all the big changes started happening. Like
you had some big upsets and you needed to focus.
Yeah, I needed to get back to the basics, and that's what helped me get there.
And you know what is awesome is that now a couple years later, you feel like you only need minor
adjustments. Yeah, and who knows? Like maybe I need some big adjustments in the future, but I know that I have a tool that
the funny thing is that as once I started doing this, I've never felt any of those big life-changing ones. Like I started it because I had some big life upsets, but I feel like I have enough control over my life and I know myself well enough that there's always going to be little things that I want to change, new things I want to accomplish, new things I want to do, and that should happen. But it gets to a point where you know yourself well enough that there aren't huge jumps like that anymore. No. Instead, it's just
ones you can't control, maybe.
Yeah, like right now, I need a reset. I need a refocus. But you know what? I know what I need to do.
Awareness again, right?
Because I have this awareness.
Yep. It's just having it and being just.
And sometimes life gets busy and you get away from it. But you know it.
But do you get away from it? Like, that's another thing that I was thinking after you and I talked earlier. We had like 2 hours before I came over. That was another thing too. I was like, I really don't think I was looking at my foundations book sitting there because I told you, I'd already pulled it out. And I was like, like flipping through it. It was actually from April. The book that I grabbed, because you know how I'll jump from book to book because I'll set it somewhere or whatever. I have like 4 or 5 going. But anyways, that book was from April of 2024. I think that was one of my first ones you ever gave me.
Yep. And I remember that. Yep.
I think I stopped that one because you had done revisions on the next one, and I started with a fresh one maybe that summer.
Yep.
Right after I broke my leg.
Yep. I don't know. I think you did eat one even before that.
I might have.
I think it was that summer before that.
It might have been.
You did one.
But it's still one of the fresh ones.
Yeah, one of the fresh ones. Yep, for
sure. And it was, and I looked at it and I was just like, well, a lot of these are the same goals that I did like last year and stuff like that. And then I was thinking like, I've kind of already been doing it. Like I've still been doing it. I just haven't been keeping track of it.
Yep.
And that kind of felt nice to do. Like when I flipped it up, it was the April 2024 one. And like some of the stuff, like water is always on my thing, but that's probably because I suck at it. I didn't for a while though. Like I was really good with it and I took it off and then I sucked again.
Yeah.
And I started drinking energy drinks instead. And that actually happened when I started working at the salon.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's going back on this time for sure.
It always is.
Yeah,
on there
Tom
for
and the
me.
kids got me a new water bottle Yeti that I'll use.
I got
That'll
new
help
one for Christmas too.
I don't know. I like
Right
the color of
beside
yours.
me.
Mine's in the Jeep. Mine's like a corally color. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see where we're at next week. I guess.
Let's do it. Yep. One other thing that I wanted to mention is, I don't know if it's a goal for this year, but I am getting so many people asking about how to start a podcast.
I've sent you a few.
Yeah. And that's something that I'm just I think I might do a podcast on like an overview of how to start a podcast and just put out some information on that because I just get a lot of questions on it. There's a lot to learn, but there's like some basic information that I could put out there for anybody that wants to do it. And then if anybody wants more in depth, which I have done, like consulting with somebody right now to get theirs up and running. And it just seems to be like, it wasn't my plan to put that out there, but it just is what a lot of people ask me about. So I'm going to put that. It is out there on my website already. Like somebody could book a call to ask about a podcast, but I really haven't promoted anything about it because it wasn't really my intention to promote it. Like it just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I know. I've had a few people ask me, and I'm like, she's the brains behind the operation, so I'm going to connect you to Carrie. She does all the fine-tuning and all that jazz.
I have like an article written up about it, and I was thinking I might just put together like a short informational podcast for that so that people could listen to it if they want to. If they even are just curious about what it takes to start one or where to start, like what to even research or look at it. It's not super complicated, but it took me a lot of years to figure the ins and outs of it and how to edit and what programs to use and, what are the most user-friendly and
all that stuff.
And how to monetize a podcast, how to do all of those things. So that is something that I am going to put out there just because people want it.
Yeah.
Just are interested in it.
People definitely are interested. People want to do their own podcast.
Yeah, and if they have a voice of something that they want to share, then they should.
Get it out there, man.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
Sure.
So that's one other thing that I am going to work on. And it's not necessarily a goal, but it's going to be something that I make more available to people.
Landry will be calling you. My 12-year-old has decided she would like to do a crime podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. Said, whatever you want to do, Landry.
Yeah,
Except for you don't have social media and you're not allowed to have it because you're too young. But you know what? Start recording.
Well, and the other thing is I'm glad that we're back at this.
Me too.
Yeah. Because I have missed you. It's been like 2 months.
I know. We used to see each other every day.
It was hard, right? Because we used to work together, so we saw each other every day. And then our schedules have just been crazy the last couple months, and I literally have not seen you in at least a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah, it's been at least 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
I know.
Let's not do that
too
again.
Long. We're not going to do that again.
No.
So it feels really good to be back on this, and it also, I'm excited to have your support doing this because I'm more successful when I do it with you.
We got this. I'm excited to do it.
Yeah.
I'm more successful when I do it with you too.
All right, cool. Well, then we'll meet up again next week and fill everybody in on where we're at.
Yep.